XLM holders, you better care about what's happening with XRP. And if you don't, by the end of this video, I'm either going to have you convinced or you have no idea what's going on in the crypto space. And we've got chains out there offering millions of dollars to projects to jump ship from their chain onto the other. And Justin Sun and Huobi are in some deep trouble as whales are bailing on the exchange, and there's rumors that employees may be putting Trojan horses in, draining funds from their end. What a complete mess. And Genesis, the news is getting even worse as there's now even an SEC inquiry in between funds transferred between two entities. The situation there is very bad. Are they the next FTX? Oh, we got lots of news to cover this morning. Bitcoin sitting at 16,900, ETH 1263, XRP highlight of the show today sitting at 34.3, XLM friend of the channel sitting at 7.5. Good relief there as they're up 3.6% in the last 24 hours. But now on to the big stuff, guys. If you have cash, you will not only survive this crypto winter, but you will thrive. Polygon paid Utes developer $3 million to migrate from Solana. Yes, a bunch of projects bailed from Solana for various reasons. The big one being how much Solana was owned by FTX and Alameda. Yep, the pumper Sam Bankman-Fried himself talked so much about Solana, and when the news broke about FTX, there were developers on Solana. They're like, yo, we are done with this. D-Labs project Frank Lead reveals Utes got $3 million in a non-equity grant from Polygon. He said the grant would be used to project the fund's incubator. All right, D-Gods and Utes floor prices, those are the two big ones that left Solana, have surged following the news of migration. So this begs us to ask the question, how many more projects are going to leave chains that are failing, and how many chains out there have the cash to entice those projects to come over? Those of us that are Stellar fans are hoping that we get a few NFT projects coming on over to the Stellar chain because Lightmint does such a great job with how they run that platform. Here is the tweet from Frank himself, and as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. And remember, not all news is good news. So for those of you out there that hear things that are negative and can't take the heat, get the hell out of my kitchen. But now on to Genesis. Genesis parts ways with sales staffers, said to spell more bad tidings. All right, so there was a story that broke out regarding Genesis about them doing layoffs here, okay? The problem is when they're letting go of their sales staff, how are you going to get new revenue? How are you going to get new business money flowing in? That's one of the scariest things. So when a company lays off sales staff, that is the most dire of situations out there. Normally what a company does is they lay people off on the operations side because, hey, when volume and operations are down, you don't need as many people on that side. But you always want your sales team out there trying to keep the customers you have and generate and incubate those new leads into new business. The fact that they're letting go of their sales staff spells some big trouble, everyone. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Genesis is under investigation from the SEC with how they're moving funds back and forth with their parent company. I wonder what's going on here. Maybe they learned a lesson from Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda and FTX, where Gary Huang and Caroline Ellison are the ones that said, hey, we'll tell you exactly how we moved funds back and forth. But now to Huobi, and I did a video yesterday about the two most disgusting scumbags in crypto. I'm going to have that linked at the end because one of them is featured in this article. Huobi token sees 75 million leave the platform in last 24 hours. Can HT beat the FUD? Look at the leaky faucet. Speaking of leaky faucets, we're talking about massive outflows, everyone. DeFi Llama, a centralized finance data aggregator, recently shared on Twitter that Huobi Exchange experienced a massive capital outflow in the last 24 hours in the tune of over 75 million. In fact, Justin Sun, the loser himself, said, hey, I'm going to put $100 million of my money into Huobi because I believe in him. That's how much I believe in Huobi. No, you stupid moron. The reason you put $100 million in is because Huobi didn't have the cash to cover the outflows. So you had to use your personal money to cover it. Oh, what a joke. Here's the tweet. On December 15th, Huobi saw an inflow of 87 million. However, since then, it has experienced a total of 204 million in outflows, with 75.1 occurring in the last 24 hours alone. What else do I got for you? Uh-oh, things are getting worse on the Huobi end. So despite Genesis being maybe the next FTX, maybe Huobi's trying to race him to the finish line. Nansen said the most significant outflows were seen in accounts with high balances. Yes, the whales. And the whales are usually in the know, aren't they, everyone? Mainly withdrawing ETH, Tether, USDC. Other moves also contain Avalanche, BNB Chain, Phantom Polygon flows. Wow, so basically whales are pulling out. Justin Sun has to deploy his own capital to keep the exchange floating. And in fact, it gets even worse. Huobi seems to be melting down in real time, possibly along with His Excellency Justin Sun's fortune. Again, one of the two losers in crypto, video linked at the end, shut down all intra-employee IMs, maybe fired a bunch of people. Employees are now angry, or is Justin Sun rugging the protocol? News has come out that they are worried about people installing Trojan horses and withdrawing funds internally, taking whatever they can before this exchange goes defunct. Here's the scary part. I broke a story about this yesterday. Let me know if you caught it. Huobi even said this: we can't pay you in fiat anymore. We have to pay you in stable coins. Do you know why they pay them in stable coins? Because they don't have the cash on hand to pay them in fiat. How messed up is that? And the problem is Justin Sun is using HT, Huobi token, and TRX, right, Tron's native one, in order to pump up, right, their stable coin holdings. So as soon as Justin Sun runs out of money, he won't be able to pump it up anymore and get more stable coins. The news is out there and in our faces. So no, it's not FUD, it's facts. All right, now for the stellar fans that should care about Ripple XRP and why. Well, we got to go back to my man, John Deaton, who says this: if you are not a Bitcoin maxi and own ETH or any other altcoin, you should care about XRP because of what Judge Shores decides about XRP is likely going to be the only clarity crypto as a whole gets in the next 2 years. Here's the tweet from Deaton himself if you don't believe me. Here's the idea, everyone, and let's go big screen. The idea here is actually pretty simple. What Deaton is saying, and remember Deaton's in the know, is he's representing over 75,000 XRP holders. But what he's saying is this: the court case with XRP is the best thing all of crypto has right now, protecting us from the overreach of the SEC. He's also saying indirectly he believes Congress will do nothing regarding regulations and protecting crypto. Why? Because of the recent FTX fallout is giving Congress right now a reason to stomp crypto. So Deaton's saying, hey, don't look for this session of Congress and, well, the next administration, because we're thinking about up to the 2024 election. Don't think that anytime within these next 2 years, anyone in Congress is going to do anything good for crypto. That's why XLM fans, yep, even the guy with the stellar hat on all the time, are right now paying more attention to the XRP case with the SEC, because this is going to be the only defense we have of keeping Gary Gensler's SEC overreach out of the crypto market. Think about this. How many businesses, how many projects have completely died because of the SEC's overreach, right? They're not helping crypto. It's obvious they're not. How many projects out there are losing value? How many projects are like, yo, this is just an unsustainable thing. We are done. A lot of this has to do with the lack of regs, but a lot of it has to do with Gary Gensler and the SEC and his overreach with crypto, putting more pressure on the entire market, stifling growth. So yes, if you're an XLM holder, it doesn't mean you have to own XRP, but you better sure be paying attention to what's happening, because we have hardly anyone else out there on our side. And Deaton, a man in the know, is saying, look, next 2 years, the only thing we got is Judge Torres. Now, regarding Huobi, regarding Genesis, oh my gosh, there's only so much cash to go around. And the more cash you have, well, apparently the better off you are, as seen by Polygon enticing Solana NFT projects to come on over to their chain with a $3 million grant. Now, those two biggest scumbag losers of crypto that could do more damage than you've ever seen with the likes of FTX, Salsa, Luna, UST. Combine all those and it wouldn't even be enough compared to what these two losers can do. That video is right here. Check it out. The algorithms completely destroyed it because I used a little bit of naughty language in there, YouTube's new policy. But check it out and let me know what you think. Until more news breaks, you cool cats, have a great rest of your day.